Hello and welcome to this month's Divine Masculine reading for the Hunter Archetype. The theme for you to this month in May 2020 is to take care of your own business first. The proverb is the bell rings loudest in your own home. Now, this is the way that this kind of works. You can either know the four archetypes and be like intuitively be like, okay, I want to work on this particular archetype, and just look at the title of the video and just go directly to that archetype. Or you can have a little fun with it with the intuition. Don't look too hard at these cards and just pick a card, right? And go to that perspective reading that pertains to that card. Now, if you have chosen this card, then you have chosen the Hunter Archetype reading. And I'm just going to put these away, right? So for May 2022, for you, Hunter, your reading came back good. It is coming in blessings. Blessings from the feet of the Orisha or the angels. It's not guaranteed, however, provided that you do the work, okay? So the first proverb that, the first proverb that we got for you, dear Hunter, for May is that projects are futile because of distractions, impatience, or fear. See things through to the end, or others will take the prize. Innocently or not, this is not the time to pay. This is the time to pay what you owe. Get out of debt and keep everything above board. Does that make sense? Okay, so keeping everything above board, finishing what you started, seeing projects to the end, no matter how frustrating they are. Believe me, I know they get frustrating. And your second proverb is, here's the possibility of betrayal of value system. There is a desire to overstep one's boundaries or customs and disobey rules of decorum. Adultery is found here. So I'm just double checking. Yes, so I'm reading it as is. How it is how it is for you. And then the last proverb is the bell rings loudest in your own home. Okay, so that is the overall theme of it. It's coming in blessings. Blessings coming from the feet of the Orisha, or some people will say the archangels, or the foot of the Natiru. That's where it's coming from, but it's not guaranteed provided that you do the work. So my style is very simple. My name is Tamana. I'm your divination reader. I've been divining for over 10 plus years. I also travel other schools of thought, including Tantra, to bring a wealth of knowledge to your reading. These readings are good for 14 days. It covers a little bit about your past, what's going on with you right now, and 14 days into the future. Let me get set up. Okay. So this is my style. I like to figure out which Odu is speaking and then go line for line. And if it pertains to you, I tell you. If it does not, then you just continue to see me throw. And so while you are seeing me throw, let me give you some more tidbits on what is going on for that. Okay, so it talks about luck. They say your tongue is your luck and your tongue is your disgrace. Your tongue can cause you blessings at this time, or it can make it a little bit difficult. Okay. It talks about a higher spiritual profession, a higher spiritual calling. If you haven't been told before, then let me tell you that you are definitely have a calling for a higher profession. So priest, priestess, shaman, some type of spiritual profession, higher calling for you. The things that are happening to you, this energy wants them that way. It's usually is a case of you need experiential learner versus somebody telling you how it's like you have to go through it in order to grow through it. Okay. So like I said earlier, these readings are good for 14 days. It covers a little bit about your past, what's going on with you right now and 14 days into the future. It speaks about some type of lost baby that was your blessing at this time. You should work with the color yellow. Yellow is synonymous with the solar plexus. It deals with, I believe in myselfness. That's what the yellow or the solar plexus does. You should do something with yellow always for the next 2 weeks. So either wear yellow, have a yellow scarf, a yellow keychain, yellow shoes. Work with the yellow because you need that type of color therapy right now. And this is O'Shea, and she deals with love, children, creative endeavors, parties, aesthetics, Tantra, things like that. She also wants you to do something nice for yourself. She says, one of the things that must be known for the hunter at this time is that you have to pay what you owe. This is the second time this theme came up. You have to pay your dues. There's no free lunches around this time. And so I have an apotaki for you. An apotaki is like a story, a moralistic story. And so there once was a town where there was a girl named Little Sweet Thing where she lived. And this boy who wanted to visit her from across the river saw her and she was entranced. He's like, yo, I really like her. I want to go visit this sweet thing. But he couldn't because the water was so deep and so fierce and rapid. So every day when he could get a chance to catch her by the river, he would go there. And after she would leave, he would ask Oshun, please lower the river so I can cross and visit my beautiful sweet thing. He kept asking Oshun to let down the river so he could see the sweet thing. And he would give Oshun something if she did that. Well, finally she obliged and lowered the river, and he went across. And he invited this sweet thing to his place. And they fell in love and had children and moved on. But he forgot to give Oshun what he owed her. So as sweet thing usually goes by the river in the mornings to wash her clothes, she did that this day, and the water swallowed her up. And the moral to the story is that the Oshun took the sweet thing. Give Oshun what you owe her. Pay your debt. If you say you're going to do something, whether it's to a person or energy, you need to pay up. Okay. And that's it for Oshun. Then you have Ogun. Ogun deals with contracts, arguments, things in threes, not things in threes, husbandry, farming, circumcisions, herbs, herbologists, things of that nature. So let's see what Ogun has for you. It talks about like you want to get aggressive with somebody, right? Like you want to give them the business. But what it also says is that your anger toward wanting them to give them the business is going to internalize, and you could stretch yourself into a spasm. To calm that down. Ogun says you've done something, and you could see yourself in a serious situation because the law and justice can also see what you have done. So in order to mitigate that, you may need to seek some legal counsel. So like I said, these readings are good for 14 days. They cover a little bit about your past, what's going on with you right now, 14 days into the future. If you like what you hear or you think somebody else could benefit from this, please like, share, and subscribe. So you also have very much Ogun energy, farmers and extremely arrogant. So working with the land, it would be ideal for you. And extremely arrogant, like you're very confident right now. Also talks about surgery and circumcision. So if there are certain things in that certain surgeries or certain friends who have certain surgeries coming up, this right here is in your space right now. Okay. None of this is really pertaining to you. Okay. It says, don't trust any IOUs right now. If you're going to let somebody hold money, you let them have it for the sake of it, not expecting it back, because you will not get it back at this time. Don't trust any IOUs. You should also play the numbers, like the lottery. This one came in array and oval. So, yes. And don't change your number. Like whatever lottery number you had in mind, don't change it, play that. Okay? Don't recall that which you have disposed of. Death is stopped. Now, when it says death, people be like, "Oh my God!" Sometimes it is that. Sometimes it is that. Sometimes it is the ending of something that would have been beneficial if you had not intervened. Then it could have turned out tragic. Like, say death was stopped. Okay, you paid the mortgage up to where it's not going in foreclosure. The death that was stopped was death. Y'all wouldn't have had a stable home to live in, and it would have been like a tragic situation, like the end of home life would have been stopped. Sometimes it's a transitionary thing. Does that make sense? Okay, so the recommendation for you is, first let's recap, okay? Finish what you start. Do not stop, okay? If you see a project, like, you can do good at it. You don't want to have somebody else take your glory. Finish what you started, even though it's tough. Pay what you owe. If you say you're going to do something, you need to own up on it, whether it's to a person, a business, an angel, God, an entity, even yourself. Pay what you owe. Don't trust any IOUs. Play the numbers. The lottery, you could be lucky, okay? So the blessings or the work is coming through you minding your own business, taking care of your own business first, okay? Before taking care of anyone else. Do something nice for yourself, okay? Be careful that your tongue is not giving you more harm than it is good, because it does talk about your tongue is your luck and tongue is your disgrace. Everything you're going through right now is experiential. So, you could take somebody's advice, but the lessons right here are just to go through it in order to grow through it. So the recommendation is also to tighten up on your ancestors. So if you don't have an ancestor altar, you need to start to set up that part of your spiritual health, so to speak. Because in tradition, and this is all around the world, it's not just African tradition. In a tradition, they always remember where they came from, and they keep that and hold that tight so they know where they're going, because they can look back from where they've been. And so for you, it is to set up an ancestor altar so that you too have that Sankofa moment. If you already have an ancestor altar, then the thing is, okay, now it's time to do a celebration party, Juneteenth is coming up, so, a Juneteenth ancestor party, that could be cool. The last recommendation is that for you to look up Oshosi. Now, let me show the results here. It's not that much. Oshosi is the deity of the hunt, the Orisha of the hunt. His emblem or his symbol is, in fact, the arrow. So I will highly encourage you to look up this type of energy, and so that when you are going out hunting, you have certain tools in order to lower the barrier entry to get what you want. Like, it doesn't take as much effort to get what you want. And then also to familiarize yourself with the male Orisha. Like, the pantheon for, and this is the Yoruba tradition, for male Orisha is very vast. But you will know that if you put Tantra concepts over that they match up very well. Like, say, for example, the hunter was, like I just said, was Oshosi. For other archetypes, such as like the eagle, I would say it would be Obatala. Obatala is the head of Odus. He is the chief. He is the one that is able to see what needs to be seen in the future, and to use deductive reasoning to get the tasks that need to be done on every day and bring it back to the present time in order to manifest that idea into the future. That too is Obatala. So there are other archetypes that these things match up with, that when you're doing these readings, you can go to these type of energy to enhance whatever it is that you're working on. So, and lastly, we're doing a challenge, a Juneteenth challenge. Hashtag Juneteenth, hashtag Juneteenth pay it forward, hashtag Juneteenth challenge, hashtag Juneteenth pledge. And all it is that Juneteenth is a celebration of when the slaves were free. They did a ton of negative sweat equity sweat equity for free. And said, wouldn't it be a great idea if on Juneteenth we make a pledge to do some positive sweat equity and volunteer for 1 year in any type of organization, community organization of your choice for 1 year. And you just post whatever it is you're doing and put the hashtags Juneteenth, Juneteenth challenge, Juneteenth pledge, or Juneteenth pay it forward. And that is a way for us to celebrate not and celebrate and transmute some of this negative energy that was around slavery and do it in a positive way to help our community. I highly advise that you work with the youth, especially the boys. They need it now more than ever. So just if you're going to do that, just go ahead and hashtag it. And I hope this was helpful. This is the Hunter Archetype Tantric Man horoscope for 2022 May. I look forward to seeing you next month. Take care. Bye. Oh, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and check out the merch and the other links to contact us. Take care. Stay safe.